Hey guys, how's it going? It's Daniels here. Welcome to episode number 12 of this NHL 22 Newfoundland Growlers Draft Glory franchise mode here on my channel. If you guys have missed any episodes up to this point, head up into the top corner, and if you do enjoy this one, make sure to go down below, drop a like, subscribe, hit notifications, and of course, leave comments to show your support. So today, we get into the 2029/30 off-season draft, all of that good stuff, and on to pretty much the next season to see where the team ends up. But starting things off, of course, we won the Cup last episode again, which is crazy because we did it back-to-back. Looking at team awards here, the Growlers win 2 in a row, which is very impressive. The only other teams in this franchise mode so far that have actually won multiple Stanley Cups are the Detroit Red Wings and the Anaheim Ducks. So again, both very good teams, but we were able to take out the Arizona Coyotes in a clean sweep in this previous episode. So let's get to the draft, and without too much further ado, see how things go. Alright, so looking at the lottery this year, and the Seattle Kraken are going to win the number 1 overall pick. Minnesota moves from 4 to 2, so they move up. That's nice. Tampa moves down from 1 to 3, and Chicago also moves down because of Minnesota. So that's the lottery. Let's see how the retiree class looks here. Of course, there is, a franchise player at the top of this draft that unfortunately we are not going to be able to get our hands on, but that's okay because, that's just part of the rules of Draft Glory here. Alright, so advancing today and looking at the biggest retirees here, let's see who calls it quits, and Nikita Kucherov is one of those players. Apart from that, O'Reilly, Stone, Couturier, and Tarasenko all put up over 1,000 points in their respective careers. Most of these guys probably could have played another season or two, but that is just how it goes sometimes. Miller definitely could have kept playing too. Even Morgan Riley as well. As far as goalies go, Carey Price, Tuukka Rask, Robin Lehner, Jack Campbell, big name goalies here again, calling it quits in their careers. As far as Newfoundland retirees go this year, we don't see anybody on our team retire, so that's actually a good thing because that means Panarin's here for another year. Alright, as far as retiring coaches go this year, we are going to see Stefan Schauer for the Halifax Huskies retire, and no Newfoundland coaches this year, so that's good. Looking at the draft class, I think I've got most of our picks kind of pinned out. This Vincent Papineau guy looks really good, but if he doesn't end up falling to us, there is also this Gaspard Ouellet guy. Looks like he's loaded on X Factors, so he could be good. Apart from that, we've got a couple guarantees here, and Nicholas Hornquist, Oleg Zykov, I want to say Quentin Cross, but I'm not certain on that, or Tommy Zinger yet, but Legace also could be a good late round kind of goalie steal, but that's what we're looking at heading into this draft. We're going to pick pretty much all of those players, and hopefully they all come through. Apart from that, looking at our trade block this year, Yuri Vorobyov's a 90 rated goalie, even though he did not play last year, so we very likely will be trying to re-sign him. Apart from that, the team's in really good shape. We've got lots of good players, and now it's just a matter of watching these guys develop and try to win more cups. So that's our current team. That's where we're at. We've got guys like Pitkanen expiring. Probably a couple more too. I would assume that let's see who else is on expiring deals here. Oh, nobody. Okay, that's actually surprising. As far as other goalies go, Mahler, Peaceman, those guys are all very good goalies too. And we'll have to hopefully see which one of these guys can potentially turn into a RFA. I mean, I think both of them can. I might be wrong on that based on contracts, but we are going to get into the draft here. I do just want to see who was our best progress report throughout the year. Pitkanen was good in the system. Looks like Zimmerman was insane. Same with McDonough. Alright, so pretty decent picks there for later round kind of picks because we got both those guys in, 5th round or later, so that's really solid. Apart from that, Ackerland, he's 24, so probably never going to make the NHL. Chris Stanovich has a good chance making the league by 23, 24 years old. Morozov, again, could be better. I wish he was developing better, but there's not a lot we can do there. Petrov should make the league pretty soon. Same with Kuzevnikov. And Gauthier Leduc, I think we might end up calling up this year. And, of course, we do have to sign Yuri Vorobyov, or we should sign Yuri Vorobyov. So, that's where we're at. I was actually trying to look at contracts here for our goalies, and yeah, both of them are restricted free agents. Piespanen doesn't want a contract extension, so I think that is going to be the play, is that yes, Piespanen just played fantastic, won 40 games, but we are going to go back to Yuri Vorobyov here. So, all right, that's our current situation. Let's get into the draft here. The 2030 NHL Draft, and of course we're going to see that franchise player, Gail Smolinski, go first overall. He's an insane-looking sniper despite being 5'8", and Greentree's a nice pick for Minnesota too. So yeah, there's going to be lots of good players in this draft, I think. All right, so simulating over to pick number 33. Oh, and Papineau does get picked by Arizona. They get one last laugh at us despite us beating them in the Stanley Cup Finals, so that one kind of hurts because I was really set on Papineau. I wanted to take him, and he is a good player too. So Koivu was a decent pick. Same with Jacina. The top 7 was actually pretty solid potential-wise. Gwenin was a good pick. Same with Lars Backer, and even like Sheldon Almond. Yeah, there's a decent draft class here. Apart from that, Papineau was probably the next best pick. Yeah, he's got a couple X factors, and he's a big defenseman. So, next up, I think I'm going to take Gaspard Ouellet here. Just looks like the best option, and again, is playing in the queue. Alright, so we are going to take Ouellet with our selection, and he is a low elite. Beautiful. Alright, and he is 64 rated, two-way defenseman, decent X factors, and overall kind of abilities here. I'm actually really excited to see if we can get him to develop over the next couple of seasons. 26 points with Ruan Noranda is not terrible, but again, he's going to have to develop more if he wants to make this team. Alright, just looking at the draft class here, I just need to make sure that my picks line up. I think I am a little bit off with them, but that should be okay. Yeah, we are going to be picking off the board here a little bit too, just to get some guaranteed players, but yeah, we should be okay. So, let's simulate over to pick number 66, where we are going off the board. And wow, okay, the second round was really not great. Dietz was okay, but again, he's 20. Yeah, yikes, okay. Ooh, Cheveldave was a nice defender, though. Roberto Cheveldave goes to Florida. He'll be a good defenseman for sure, but apart from that, again, I'm not really feeling a lot of these picks. I would rather go with a guaranteed player. I know we have enough defensemen too, but I would just rather take a prospect that has a good chance of making the NHL in Nicholas Hornquist. I know we probably could take him with our next selection, but I would rather take him now. So we're going to go with Hornquist, way off the board pick, but again, guaranteed elite, and he is a 56 rated defensive defenseman. Okay, not bad, but again, could be better. So, over to pick 99, we get a trade offer, which we're not going to take. Fenton's good there, goes to Calgary. Apart from that, a lot of low potential players. McEachern is good. Nobody else really. Yikes. Wow, okay, so I think we made the right pick taking Hornquist. And next up at pick 97, we are going to be going off the board yet again to pick the next guy that I want. Zinger. I'm going to take Tommy Zinger, 18 years old. If he is a 5-year ETA and elite, I'm going to be so happy. And he is a medium 6. Okay, not bad. Better than most of the potential in this round. He's 52 rated, so again, not the most spectacular pick by any means, but we'll take it. Ooh, Aegon was good too. Okay, so Damien Aegon would have been a decent pick. Apart from that, Levesque was good as a goalie, and that was pretty much it. All right, So, at pick number 132 now, I think I was going to take Valen, but he turned out to be a medium 9. So, I'm not feeling Buse, because he could be a medium 6 defenseman, which isn't great. Alright, for our next pick, I've got this Bukaboom guy picked out. He had a really decent season, 50 points in 65 games. Serious improvement in his game. Work ethic and maturity are his strong suits. And really, when you look at the remaining kind of potential in this draft, you know, maybe Grossman is a better pick, or Ryan Gronowski or somebody like that. But I'm going to go with Bukaboom here. So, we're going to take him. He is a low elite. Okay, sweet. So that's a bit of a steal. I wasn't actually sure if Bukaboom was going to turn out, and he is 55 rated. So there's another good later round pick. We'll take him. Apart from Bukaboom, I think Zykov is our next pick. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we'll go with Oleg Zykov. Again, guarantee. I think he's going to be a sniper, but he might be a playmaker. And he is indeed a sniper, and he's 61 rated. Let's go. That is a sweet player yet again. 5th round pick. Oleg Zykov could really fit in nicely. Look at that shot. Like, he has got an NHL level shot already. So we will definitely be tossing him in the AHL this upcoming year. But apart from that, yeah, wow, Zykov developed. Wayne Gronowski was elite as well, but he, again, is 20 years old, not 19 or 18. So that's why I did choose to take those other players over him. All right. Apart from that, I didn't see... Oh, Grossman was as well elite. He was 19, and Nabokov as well. Okay, so we missed out on some elite goalies, but I am banking... Oh, and Jensen. My goodness. All right, round 5 was a good round for sure. So, and Como. Oh my goodness. Talk about a solid round. So, anyways... I'm banking on Legase being elite. I don't know that for sure, but I'm hoping so. So we are going to go with Brendan Legase here. 1-6 out of 19 games as an 18-year-old in Tri-City. And for our 6th round pick, he is indeed elite. Let's go. All right. 48 rated. For a 6th rounder, he could turn into something. So keep an eye on Brendan Legase. And then for our final pick of the draft, Straight was good. The last guy I'm looking at is way off the board here. Not way off the board, but off the board enough that I think I want to pick him. And that guy would indeed be Quentin Cross, wherever he's gone. 3-bar low elite. I'm really hoping he is a low elite. And he is. Let's go. So I think he was 51 rated. I might have read that wrong, but... that's such a solid draft class still, considering we're picking right at the end of the draft again, like Oulet, Hornquist, Zinger, Bukaboom, Zykov, Legase, Cross. I think they're all... Or no, sorry, Zinger was a top 6, but everybody else was an elite prospect again. Oh, elites galore. Let's go. All right, so at this point... You know, we're looking pretty good as a team. We got to get to the re-sign phase. Vesa Barkov is expiring as a coach. I think he wants to try and win. What do you call it? I think he's in the process of trying to win a Calder Cup in his career, which would be awesome. And we're going to pay him accordingly because he has been quite good for this team. So, all right. As far as scouts go, any expiring? Just one in Caberlet. I do need to fill a spot there in our scouting as well. That's why some players weren't scouted, but we've got lots of players hitting restricted free agency here. So let's get into this. Let's break it down. Try to get some contracts signed here. I'm really hoping that Pitkanen isn't going to be crazy expensive. I mean, he had a bit of a down year, only 59 points, but he's been close to a point per game his entire career. Dominik Kahun as well has been really good for us, but again, I'm hoping he's not going to be too expensive. Same with Panarin. Panarin was actually a standout for us, but looks like Philippe Meyer doesn't want to re-sign with us, but we do have all these other guys coming up. Billy Dahlman probably should get a shot at the NHL this year, and Trevor Moore doesn't want to sign either. That's a little rough. Okay, so interesting group of expirees. We will sort through this, get it figured out. Frederick Lack needs a contract this year for sure. He is looking like a really solid defensive prospect. I think I want to sign Harry Zimmerman too. If we get Zimmerman and I guess, yeah, we could go Zimmerman, Draper, and I want to say Zykov, but honestly, McDonough probably should get signed instead. Just because he's an all-around player. Maybe we sign both of them. We'll see if we have enough roster spots or not. That's kind of the main issue right now. So, all right. Lots of expiries. I don't think we're going to be letting go of too many players. And as far as goalies go, Piesmanen's going to get a qualifying offer. We're not going to sign him. But Yuri Vorobyov is really quite nice and cheap for the next, for a decent amount of time here. So, Vorobyov is going to be roughly $8 million if we sign him up to the deal he wants. I kind of want to sign Kalle Mahler up for like 3 years, and at $2 million, I think that's actually a pretty decent deal for like a backup goalie, but he's going to be better than a backup goalie as well. Apart from that, Gunnarsson we will release. Doesn't make sense. Kazanov does make sense to sign. We will get him into the system. And at 24 years old, do we really give Marco Fleischmann any more time? He's only won up to 39 games with this team. So I would say probably not. Krstanovic's .932 save percentage was out of this world. It was amazing, and I honestly do want to give Krstanovich the start this upcoming year, but for now, I'm going to qualify Fleischmann as well. We'll see what happens there. As far as defense goes, we do need to sign certain guys back. I'm going to say mainly like Moroza's one of those guys. Tersumbayev's another one. 2.6 million is a little bit expensive, but again, it's not really all that bad. Billy Dahlman, we'll offer him 1.12 or whatever the max is there for the upcoming season. Ackerland, we will also re-sign. LeBanc, I'm not so sure about if he's really the right decision to bring back. Yeah, I don't know. Thorne was alright. Cross is going to take some time to develop. And Morozov, again, just has not developed the way I was wanting him to, unfortunately. He just can't skate. So, apart from that, I think Hudson Jeffrey is done. I don't think there's a point in keeping him anymore, so we'll buy him out. Makes sense to, I think, do that. We'll sign Rene LeBlanc, and apart from that, I think we should release Philippe Meyer too, because he's not going to sign a contract. Not easily anyways at 33, so let's release him. Alright, so that still leaves us with a decent top six. It's nothing crazy, but it's okay. And I think we will sign Jared Bass too. He's been pretty good. And Gauthier Leduc had a better season, but didn't improve all that much, unfortunately. So, with those contracts offered on D-men, we're going to then go, we'll release Trevor Moore, we'll sign Draper and McDonough. And I guess we'll sign Matt Luff as well, because he's actually looking pretty decent still for a 33-year-old. So yeah, Gordy Draper and, what's his name, Robinson McDonough will both get contracts. On the left wing, we've got some really good left wingers here expiring. Dominik Kahun, not a bad price. I think we should sign him for about $5 million for the next 2 years. I think that's good. Artemi Panarin is wanting $2.8 million for the next one season. We offer him, $100K more, and he'll sign for 2. So we'll do that. The rest of the left wing is really solid and sturdy, and really it's just re-signing these last couple players. So we'll get Verdino, we'll get Rodin. These guys have been good for the team. And apart from that, I do want Zykov this year. over probably a guy like Shattenkirk or Yaskin. But I think I am going to buy out Wes Shattenkirk out of all of these players just because we don't really need him when we're bringing a guy like Zykov at 19 years old in. So, again, Zykov's shooting category is so good that if the rest of his stats can develop, he's going to be a legit player. So, now we get to the centers, and the centers are the big ones. Pitkanen, not actually that bad of a contract. I want to see how much money we're going to have left here now, though, as well, because $7.15 million is a little expensive. It's for 4 years, though, as well. So maybe we try just 7 for the next 4 years. That would be a really good deal. Blake Lizott's worth $1 million. How much does Philippe Steves want? Okay, 1.15 again is worth it. Did I give him? I guess I did give him puck on a string. I thought his shooting was actually better, though, funny enough. He does take a lot of shots, so. All right, after Steves, we'll go with McClement and a bunch of these other guys. Might as well, like Borowski as well. Just sign them all up, see how much money we kind of have left over. And I do want Zimmerman in the team this year, too. He looks really good, so. Put up 19 points in the National League. I think he's going to be able to do really, really well in the AHL. And Markstrom wasn't all that spectacular anymore like he has been in the past. He put up to 49, 52 points in a couple seasons. But again, he was a 5th-round pick. We didn't really expect him to develop. And he turned out all right. So I think we're going to release him too. Clear up that space for Zimmerman, and I think apart from that, the team is good. We're ready to go, and we will offer Yuri Vorobyov a 4-year, $8 million contract because he is going to be the goalie that continues to lead us to decent records and hopefully more Stanley Cups because he has been outstanding in the performances he's put up for us. So let's advance today, see how it goes. We get Vesa Barkov back as our AHL head coach. We don't get Blake Lizotte. We do get Panarin, Dahlman, Luff, Zimmerman, Kahun, Verdino, Borowski, Kazanov, Lack, LeBlanc, Tersambayev, Draper, Bass, Pitkanen, Rodin, Moroza, Vorobyov, Ackerland, Mahler, McClement, Steves, McDonough, and we don't get Zykov, of course. Of course, Zykov's the one guy that's like, sorry, no roster spots left. And I'm like, okay. So, we don't necessarily have to sign Zykov, but it probably would make sense to just release a guy like Blake Lizotte as well if he doesn't want to play for us anymore. Again, didn't really get a lot of playtime this last season, and yeah, probably is worth it to release him. So let's do that. Sign Zykov up instead. And then we will have to sign some of those other guys like Gauthier Leduc and Ouellette and other guys like that in the future. So we'll get Zykov now. He should be good to go. We got Fleischmann and Piespanen qualified. I think we could go with Fleischmann, but again, if somebody qualifies him, that would be fantastic. So let's advance another day. We get Zykov and let's send him to free agency and hopefully get an RFA sheet offer to obtain some more picks. So, Piespanen going to be on the block. And maybe, like, what's his name here as well? Fleischmann. Put those 2 goalies on the block. We've got good goalies, and it's more just a matter of, like, we have too many good goalies. So, Luke Hughes, Philippe Zadina, a bunch of big-name free agents. We have $11 million of cap space, but again, pretty hard to use that when you can't really sign a lot of players. So there's another Vorobyov in here, interestingly enough, but really not a ton of potential available here in these free agent classes. As far as goalies go, Winther, Vic Winther actually looks like a half decent goalie. Maybe we go with him instead. Volstead apparently hit elite status. Yeah, I guess I did upgrade him. But honestly, Vic Winter would not be a terrible signing. $1 million. I'd be okay with that. And then who else is an undrafted FA that we could go after? You know, maybe Artem Zub would be a decent signing. Sign him up for 1 year. I would be okay with that. $5 million for a season. All right. You know what? I would be all right with that. So let's advance a couple days. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get these guys or not, or if the roster's full. And it is, so that sucks. We're not going to get Zub either. I don't want Shea Theodore for $9 million. I would like a qualifying offer on my goalies, which very likely is not going to happen. So I'm not actually entirely sure how we're going to do this, or why the offer sheets aren't working here, like why nobody's taking it. Literally, like, you offer my goalie like $2 million, we get a 3rd round pick. That would be so nice. Piesmanen's probably worth about $5 million or $5.5 million, so he should be going for more. And again, we're just not gonna get qualifying offers. So anyways, let's sim to the next season. We can't really sign any free agents or anything like that. And yeah, I mean, it sucks that we don't get those qualifying offers, because those guys should be playing on NHL teams, and there's just not much we can do about it. Like, yeah, offer me all the trades you want, but go qualify the offer. Come on. Just give me a couple picks. Oh, here we go. Marco Fleischmann, 2 years. Matched by Arizona. We would not receive any compensation for this player. You know what? I would be okay with this. Remind me in 6 days. We don't need to take it. Stop. I would like to see us potentially get a defenseman here, though. That would be very nice. So, I don't know who is still available. Looks like, yeah, Philippe Meyer. We're going to offer him 1 year, like $8.5 million, just because it's a cap eater. That's what we need. Because, whoa, okay, hit the wrong button. But as a cap eater contract, we need that so that our other contracts don't get boosted. And all right, 8.5. You know what? Let's go $9 million. He's been a really decent piece on this team. Let's sign him up. You know, Winter is still available there too, but again, I don't know if we really need goalies or anything. So let's keep simming ahead. You can take him. Bruh, Philippe Meyer, you did not just reject that when we have room now. All right, we'll try this offer one more time. He should take it. Again, there's no reason why not. And we're not making any trades. And we do get Philippe Meyer for 1 year. Perfect. All right, guys, so for the upcoming season, before I really show you the lines, I mean, I guess you could kind of guess how they're looking, but we are going to move Matt Luff and Thomas Rodin up to the NHL, and we're going to move Vitaly Moroza down just based on overall ratings and experience. Alright guys, so this is the team that we are rolling with for this upcoming year. We are playing the 3 centers on the top line again to hopefully see a bump in production, as they were not very productive last year. We're also playing Panarin on the second line, even though he is listed as a depth forward just because he was so good last year. We got a really strong third line with Gibbons, Edwards, and Christie there. And we are going to have to add another X factor to Donovan Christie, and I don't know what it's going to be, because he now gets a third X factor at 85-86 rated, and his shot is easily his best category, with his offensive awareness being one of his highest stats. So I don't know, he's got okay passing and hands and Geekie. Along with that, maybe we give him like magnetic, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of for him. Apart from that, you know, bottom line's looking really good too. They get a lot, like Steves and Drew O'Connor get a lot of PK time. On defense, Nicholson's still 90 rated, dropped back to a top 4 defenseman role, but still just really good. And yeah, this whole team is just looking really solid still. Pretty similar to last year. The goaltending, though, is where it's at. So at 90 overall now with Yuri Vorobyov and our rules we're playing with, he gets 5 X factors and a zone ability. And I think he's got 99 breakaways and 5 hole. So what I'm thinking is that he gets a zone ability last stand. I'm thinking. One-on-one saves boost energy, so maybe handled it. Just great one-on-one saves in general. So yeah, I think last stand should be his zone ability. And we'll figure out a couple more for him. Mahler at 85 now should get a third. Yeah, he does get a third. So looking through his stats, again, breakaways are really good. His stick is really good, and his speed, actually, like his speed and agility are surprisingly high for his size. So maybe we do post-to-post on him as well. I think that's probably the best option just with him for now and our team. Here's the power plays. Again, feel free to pause. I'm going to go through them pretty fast. Penalty kills are looking really good too. And 3-man PK. Extras are looking like this. They're pretty solid. And yeah, no real complaints there. I did put Donovan Christie in there just because he's really high rated and he is better than Panarin. But that is our NHL team. There's the scratched players. And as far as our AHL team goes, it's not quite as good. I am going to add 1 X factor in tape to tape as it's his highest rating on Kuzemnikov. We'll add in tape to tape for him, which will hopefully make him better and boost the line chemistry. Apart from that, the defense is meh. We're playing Morozov down this year to hopefully see some improvement in his game. And apart from that, the goalies look okay. I mean, Kristanovich should be able to win a lot of games this year. We'll see about Kazanov. I'm not so sure about him. And that's the scratch players. As far as special teams go, they're not great. They could be better, but we just don't have a lot of options down here. Zykov probably should be there. That looks better. And yeah, it's not bad, but again, could be better down with Halifax. So let's go add in those couple of X factors and zone abilities and stuff that players need here. So guys, this is Sergei Kuzevnikov. Pretty decent looking player. He's definitely a playmaker. And we're going to add tape to tape on as his first zone ability, or first X factor. Simply because he does just pass the puck so well. For Donovan Christie, he's going to get a magnetic superstar, superstar ability, and hopefully that will help out with his game a bit more too. Alright guys, so you've seen Yuri Vorobyov before, but this is now how he's looking on abilities. Last stand is going to be his zone ability. Apart from that, we're giving him handled it, post-to-post, whirlwind, sponge, and dialed in. So he is an absolute unit of a goalie. And for those of you guys that didn't see this last episode, we are doing the team mask in the ECHL because the Growlers are actually a team in the ECHL. Apart from that, though, we got Kalle Mahler here, and we are going to add post-to-post to his arsenal of zone abilities, and that should definitely help with his ability to perform. So without any further ado, I think we are ready to go here with this team. We're going to sim to the regular season. I'll show you the team's overall ratings, and then we will just jump through to the end of the season again. Alright, so guys, looking at our team this year, we've got 99 offense, 90 defense, and 93 goaltending. I've never seen a goaltending rating so high on a team, but Mahler and Vorobyov together should hopefully win us a lot of games.
6.5 hours later.
Alright guys, so this season, the Newfoundland Growlers are able to put up a 54-24-4 record for 112 points and a President's Trophy win. Let's go. Huge season from the team. They put up great numbers overall and lots of well-rounded scoring this year. Donovan Christie scored 73 points. That's as many as Jyrki Pitkanen, but he scored 37 goals. So I think it's safe to say we got some pretty amazing players on our hands. Conor Geekie did get injured throughout the season, so that's why he didn't play as many games. Apart from that, Carpenter probably could have had a better season, but, it's actually his second best production season so far on this team. Panarin puts up 65 points for a bottom six forward. Like, that's insane. Nicholson only scores 51 this year, but it's still not a bad year. 37 points from Jurgen Busch is pretty amazing. And, we got really well-rounded scoring overall. That's what I have to say about this team this year. Unfortunately, guys like Delmore and Tersambayev and Myers weren't able to put up crazy good numbers, but Yuri Vorobyev was able to win 39 out of 62 games this year, and 15 out of 21 for Kalle Mahler is absolutely amazing. So, that's our team. Rookie skaters, Dahlman didn't do all that bad this year as a rookie, but that's our team. We don't see any crazy scorers like, Hemming or MacGyver. MacGyver turned out extremely nice, my goodness. See, we almost picked Grayson MacGyver in 2025, but we're like one pick short, I think. So, apart from that, Matthews scores 52. Wow, yeah, big scoring seasons from a lot of guys here. Edgar Mickelson's amazing. Look at this guy, Pascal Bourgeois, looks just incredible for the Islanders as well. There's lots of good players around the league, and yeah, even like Suzuki at 31 is looking crazy good. Jason Morrow, an amazing sniper there as well. He was, first overall by the Kings, so he's an impressive player. There's a lot of good players in here. So, your top goal scorer this year was actually Ed Cavallo again. For a number one pick, he just manages to score a lot of goals. My goodness. Yes, he won Rookie of the Year, but last year, but he just had a huge year this year. Beats out Hemming and Yzerman and a bunch of guys there. Your top assist leader was actually Thomas Bordelot. Interesting. And Berkly Catton had 65, so he was pretty solid too, but nothing really crazy. As far as defensemen go this year, Kiviaru puts up 80. Man, I wish we had picked him. That would have been so nice. Unfortunately, we don't really land. Jiricek looks amazing, my goodness. Certain players have just turned out so well for teams, and then others, not as much. As far as goalies go, though, Vorobyev ties Dostal for league lead in wins. That is what we like to see. And rookie skaters this year is going to see Derek Romano score 59 points, beat out Smolinski and Setzinger as well. So some big name rookies there getting beaten out for Rookie of the Year, very likely. But Smolski did score 40 goals, so he very well might win Rookie of the Year still. So that's our team in the NHL. It wasn't really that close in our division. As far as the league goes, LA was up there. Of course, they've got Morrow, centering, Byfield, and a bunch of other really good players. And they got Luke Hughes too, but overall, it wasn't that close. Halifax, I didn't even look at Halifax. Oh my god. They put up a 62-15-5 record. That's insane. And oh my god, Sergei Kazevnikov this year puts up 96 points. That's absurd. And he's 21 years old. Man, we got a player on our hands down there. All right. Apart from that, Morozov scores 47, so not bad. I did want to show you guys this one. Zykov scores 33 goals and 4 assists because his shooting category is so insane. But yeah, bit of an interesting year down in the minors too. We see a 49, 50-point season almost from Robinson McDonough. And apart from that, our top players like Verdino and Petrov and Kazevnikov obviously lead the team. Rookies there, Jared Bass actually did extremely well this year. Goalies, see Kristanovich win 52 games. That's insane. We did have to pull Vic Ranger in out of free agency. And very good season from Halifax overall. So guys, that's pretty much where we're going to wrap it up for this episode after the team did so well. In the next episode, we are going to be taking on the Philadelphia Flyers in the first round of the playoffs with the Growlers here, and then Cleveland will be playing Halifax in the first round in the AHL. So that's where our team's at. We're in a really good spot with both of these groups right now, and hopefully we could see Halifax get a Calder Cup this year, as they are looking really strong. They got the right players in the right places as far as Kristanovich, Petrov, Kozebnikov. Like, there are some really solid players in this Halifax team. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed watching the Growlers just dominate the league this year, then make sure to go down below, drop a like, subscribe, and hit notifications. And also, if you want to interact with me, make sure to leave comments and I'll try to respond to them. And that's it for this one. This is Etanio signing out, and until next time.